today I thought it'd be cool to go down the rabbit hole of Sonia Choquette, if that's how you say her name, because I had a very bizarre experience today, and apparently, I was watching a TikToker that was talking about this woman that she read her books, and apparently, she really helps you like tune into your like psychic powers and your senses. This is from her website. It says, I'm here to help you. When you use all of your senses, you reclaim the full power of who you really are and are able to create the life you really want. You don't develop this skill, it's natural, you activate it. HF, hello, welcome. My hair's like everywhere right now. Let me see if I can fix it. There we go. I don't know. Should I just leave it? Oh, my hair's a little messy today. There we go. Jade says you look very hot. I love your beautiful hair and you have a really cute face. Oh, thanks. Maybe I should have just left it if you guys think it looked really good. You're from Pakistan. You're so sweet. So, what was I saying? So there's this woman that helps you like tune into your psychic powers. And I was watching, she has a lot of books, and I was watching a TikToker and she said it was like crazy. Like it really helped her be able to read people. So I wanted to research her and maybe read one of her books. You're my favorite. You guys are so sweet. I actually had a very, how are you guys doing? Oh, how are you guys doing? David and HF and whoever else is there. Are you guys having a good day today? I actually had like a weird situation today, and that's why I'm bringing her up, because I had a bizarre interaction with a woman. So I was in TJ Maxx, and when I was gonna go pay, very pretty. Thanks. When I was gonna go pay for my stuff, the lady, I was like, how are you doing today? And and something in my soul like told me to ask her again. Like, she matters, like this cashier lady matters, everybody matters in this realm. And I was like, you know, something in my soul was like, how are you? She was like just staring at me, and I was like, no, really, how are you doing today? Like, how are you doing? Like, something was like, ask her, because she really does matter, and we're all important in this reality, and she needs to know that she matters, that she's loved. And then I was like, it was just like my intuition, and then I was like, I kind of pushed her a little bit, and then she starts crying. She starts crying, and then I just like, I grab her hand, and I say, hey, you know, like, whatever you're going through, you got this, girl. You are loved. I will pray for you. I'm sending you love. You don't know me, but you like, whatever you're going through, you are strong. You got this. Like, something in my intuition was telling me to push her, like to tell her, not push her, but to tell her that that to ask her about her day, and that like she was important, you know. And she's crying, and I just like grab her hand, and she's like nodding and like saying thank you, and I'm just like, and so that's what brings me, sorry, my cat outside is complaining because I have this cat inside. Maybe I should bring her in too. So that's why I bring up this author, because I have not read her books yet, but I've heard that she really helps you tune in, like focus that intuition thing. And I loved helping her. I didn't know this woman, but something told me that she needed help, and I would love to do that for more people, you know. Like, sometimes people just need like a random person, like an angel, like it's just someone random, to tell them that they are loved and they're appreciated, whatever they need. I would love to help people in any way, in any message, you know what I mean? So I was gonna look into her, so apparently she really does help people tune into that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna catch up to the comments real quickly. Okay, now the cats are playing under with the door. It's fine. Okay. David says, I love your beautiful nails. Thanks. I got them done. You can see they're like red. Ooh. There's Simba back there. Jacob says, I often have bizarre interactions with women. What do you mean by bizarre? Let us know. Ooh, I want to hear your interaction. Um, let's see. HR says, my name is Hassan. Thank you, Hassan. Sure, she's a Hassan girl. Aw, thanks, David. Jemmy says, hi. Healing Teeth says, nice teeth. Healing Mar. And New York City outfit, Paulina. I know, I'm like totally wearing like a tracksuit right now. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to let my cat out. Give me a second, because they're like playing under the door. Simba, do you want to be outside with the other cat? 1 second. Come on. There we go. The other cat started complaining because I had one in here. I have to let them both in, you know. But yeah, definitely tracksuit vibes today. I like red. Anyways, red's my favorite color. Nice fangs. Thank you. Can you bite a coconut in half? I haven't tried. Will you marry me? I already have a partner. Are you a vampire? Dun dun dun. Maybe. See what you see. So you're gorgeous. Thanks, Tori. So I wanted to research this woman a little bit because, we're all psychic. You're psychic too. You're never taught to grow these, like, you're taught to suppress it. You're taught you're crazy if you have these intuitions. Like, have you ever like been sitting somewhere and maybe the phone, like, you hear someone's name and then the phone rings and they're calling you? Or maybe you're thinking of someone and then you run into them. Or maybe yeah, like, you can like, we're all psychic. You're psychic too. We all have that connection to divine. We're all connected. And that's just something that you have to like nurture and grow, really. Okay, let me catch up to the comments real quickly. Thomas says, vampire. Jacob says, bizarre. Like, after the gym, I follow the women back to their cars to make sure they get home safely, but they give me scared looks. I don't know, bizarre. Yeah, if you're following them to their car and you're not talking to them at all, then you are scaring them. Yes. You have to like talk to them first, like, you know what I mean? See if they want to be walked to their car, because then they just think you're following them, Jacob. Don't do that. And you might get pepper sprayed, so don't do that. Tori says, you're so gorgeous. It's Hassan, right? Hassan says, I love this vampire friend. So for real. Yes, for real. We're all powerful beings and powerful, sorry. We're all powerful beings and we all have these gifts, right? These psychic gifts. And you just have to nurture and grow them. You were just conditioned to close them off as a kid. Like, the whole school system is to make you a worker. It's not to make you into a creative person and to not empower you, but you are a powerful spiritual being. And that's why I'm checking her books out. I'm definitely going to read, I think this woman, because I've seen a lot of reviews. She has really, really good reviews. And there's one book here, where is it? That this girl said that was like the best psychic book ever. It really helped her tune in. It's called The Psychic Pathway, and helped her tune into nature. And all this stuff is possible. Like, during, I'm going to start getting back into it, because during 2020, 2021, I was really into like practicing astral projection. If you don't know what that is, that's when you're like sleeping and then you try to leave your body. And there's Ryan Cropper on YouTube. I always give him shout outs because he has the classes for free on his YouTube. I think you can book him too, but I would just watch his YouTube and he teaches you how to do that. And I actually did that a lot during 2020, 2021. I just haven't done that since. But the point is, we all have different things we can tune into, different things like psychic and abilities that we can refine. Like you have the animal communicators. Oh my God, there's a bee in here. Why is there a bee? Mr. B, how did you get in my house? What? That is so random. There's a bee in here. I mean, just you could just chill on that side. Like, I like bees. I love bees, but I don't. Oh, it's just okay. It's like right there. You can chill with me. We can be friends. But there's like, what was I saying? Animal communicators. That's another psychic thing too, where they're focusing on that ability. And I watch them on TikTok. They're so interesting. Okay, let me catch up on the comments. Okay, so Tori says, I just subscribed. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, girl. So for everyone here, if you guys like open conversation where we all talk about different things in our reality, paranormal stuff, whatever you want, make sure to like and subscribe because I live often. We're just building a community here. Okay. So, and I do see some people are writing in another language. I think the bee's trying to leave. I don't even know how to get you out of here. How did you get in? I see some people writing in another language. I can't translate it on live. You're gonna have to translate before you submit it. I'm so sorry. So Tori says, how are you? I'm doing great. How are you guys? Something about, okay. Oh, the bee. Okay, I'm so sorry. I don't want to whistle because apparently if you whistle, it scares away bees. I like the bee, but it's trapped with me in this tiny room. I don't know what to do. Like, how did you even get in here? It's freaking out right now. The bee's literally freaking out. Okay. So, isn't it nighttime? Shouldn't you be sleeping? You should be sleeping. Okay. Maybe my lights confused it and it thought it was daytime. The general says, is creativity a little bit illegal on Earth? So creativity empowers you as a person. That's why schools are based on creating workers and pushing down creativity. Creativity will help you create your reality, right? It's so important to tune into our creativity. And there's like, they'll tell you like when you become an adult, oh, those things are for kids. Like if you like to paint or draw or, like if you like to express yourself, creativity, like they're like, grow up. No, don't grow up. That's how you create your reality. You're tuning into your inner self, your child self. Blue Neptune says, well, she sent us on that run, that errand to pick up a box of, Blue Neptune says, come back pretty quickly, proud, accomplished. She just looked up and said, okay. Oh, okay, thank you. I like your attitude. Yeah, thanks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Frosty Cupcake says, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Can I be managing moderate to help filter trolls, please? I mean, it's fine right now. If it gets really bad tonight, I'll put you on. But it's not too bad right now. I've gotten somewhere it's like, whoa. Because there's so many people commenting, The general says, I'm pretty sure that humans are ghosts with a body. Yes. Like, I kind of see that too. I feel like we have that spark of light in us. Even this poor bee that's trapped in my home, right? It's like freaking out. I don't know how it got in here. How did it's nighttime. This poor bee that's trapped in my home right now. It's not a wasp, it's a bee. That has a little spark of divine light too. Your cats, your animals, everything has a consciousness. And you can tune into that psychically too. Like that's why you have the animals interpreters. And actually I've heard that a lot of the animals communicators, they'll tune into bees and they're always like, I'm too busy to talk. Which is kind of funny. So, can we hear this? For bees, I'm pretty sure there's a ghost that runs the hive. Interesting. Well, this one is alone in here, and he's kind of freaking out. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want to whistle because I heard that scares him. I want to scare him more. Oh, just stay over there. He's like trying to escape, but I don't even know how to get him out of here. Are you single, Pringle? No, I have a boyfriend. Jacob says, maybe the baby thinks the couch is a bunch of flowers. Yeah, I honestly think So right now it's hitting the mirror right there. But I honestly think it's my lights. Maybe the bee thought it was sunlight, because don't bees sleep at night? I don't know much about, let me check. Do bees sleep at night? Yes, bees sleep at night. He should be sleeping. I don't understand how. I don't know if this is a message from the universe, but he's literally just hanging out with me right now. He's not gonna bite me, because if he bites me, he dies. And I'm not bothering him. He's just like freaking out. So the general says, trap him with a cup, slide paper underneath, let him outside. Okay, maybe I'll do that. He has to go to the floor though. I'll see if, yeah. I'm gonna just see what happens with the whole bee situation. Right now, he's just like by the mirror. Keith Horn says, you're beautiful. Aw, thanks. But yeah, I wonder if I could send messages cyclically to the beat. But that's the whole point why I want to look up. I'm going to start reading her stuff. I was so into like Dolores Cannon, if you guys don't know her. She used to put people in sleep hypnosis and ask them about our reality, ask their subconscious. And then she wrote many books about it. And I would watch her like speeches and stuff. They're all on YouTube. Which is cool. I read one. She had a kid's book I read. But I kind of want to, this Sonia lady seems like she really helps you tune in to your psychic abilities as humans, you know? So have you guys had any weird experiences like I did today? Which made me want to do this, because why not be able to help people, you know? Like, I just want to help people. Why not? We're all humans. I just want to spread love and happiness. You know, you guys matter. You guys can do anything you want. You guys are powerful. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not, right? And the experience I had today in TMX, where my intuition was telling me to make sure this lady knows that she's cared for, and she starts crying. Like, it was like something told me, like, you need to talk to this woman. Like I went to the cashier and I was like, how's your day? And then, no, really, how's your day? Like, and then, you know, I kind of pushed her a little bit and she starts crying. I grabbed her hand and I told her that, you know, whatever you're going through, you got this. I'm sending you love and prayers. Like, you got this. And she's like nodding. She needed that. My intuition was like telling me, like, you better let her know that she matters and she's loved. And so I want to be able to tune into that more. I want to help people. Like, I feel like my calling is to spread love and light in this world and let you guys know that you guys are powerful and you guys can accomplish anything you want. Whatever you're dreaming of, it's obviously, if it's like a good thing, love and light, you can accomplish your dreams. Anything is possible. This world is magic. Everything is magic, you know? It's so malleable, you know? And like, if you have this life, make the most of it. Okay. So Keith says, you're beautiful. Oh, thanks. Keith says, hi. The journal says, I'm pretty sure. Also, if you guys like this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe. I do live a lot, and we can all just chat. That's the whole point of this, is just to chat and hang out. And we talk about all the stuff in our reality, you know. And for those who don't know, I do give ghost tours. Right now, I've been giving a lot of ghost tours because it is Halloween. And I have spooky stuff come up too, which is interesting. If you guys have any spooky encounters, let me know. I'll definitely read it and we can all talk about it. Okay, the general says, I'm pretty sure ghosts reincarnate on Earth. What do you mean by that? Can you expand? I'm curious. Tori says, yes, girl, yes. Tori says, girl power, I love that. The general says, is communicating illegal on Earth though? What do you mean illegal? What I was trying to say is, like, the system that is currently on Earth, that is falling apart, by the way. It is falling apart. The systems that are currently running on Earth are, in these major countries, are meant to kind of close you off from nature, right? From your spirituality, from your power around you. But people are waking up. It is breaking down. Like, the social media is a big factor, but after 2020, there was a huge shift. Maybe not for the best. It was for the worst, but it caused people to wake up. During 2020, I woke up. I used to like believe in everything. Do you know what I mean? Like the whole system of working 9 to 5, having nine holidays a year. What is that? That's slavitude. Like literally, you're working all your life to then almost die and retire like the last few years. No, you are meant to be free. And these systems are to make workers, like the whole point of schools is to make workers not independent thinkers, not creative thinkers, not to sow your own land and make your own food, and communities where they support each other. And that's that, like the whole point of my channel and a bunch of other channels is to help support people. Like we're all a community here where we can talk freely, we can help each other and share ideas and things like that. And people are waking up like we are. We're all psychics. Like we can all tune into each other. And that's the whole point of this video. I want to work on that more. But we're all powerful. You are too. You can accomplish anything you want in your life. You guys got this. You really do. And tuning into creativity. I know school tries to diminish creativity. Oh, that's for kids. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Grow up. No, don't grow up. Be the inner child, because that's how you manifest your reality. Whatever you really want to do in this world is what you're meant to do. That's your inner soul calling, telling you you are meant to do this and you got this. Okay. So I'm going to catch up to the comments real quickly, and then, so let's see. Mondura says good night to the people that's really late. The general says double tap screen. Yes, please. Also, if you guys like this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe. I am creating a community where we're just open-minded and we all share ideas. We talk about everything. Conspiracy, spooky stuff, whatever you want. We just share different ideas and we help each other grow in love and light. Like always positive, good things. Sometimes creepy because I like the spookiness, but that's okay too. Double tap the screen. Yes, please. Vinette says Vampira. Let's go. CT. Thanks. Delia says hi. Dawn says, how many cats do you own? I own 2. Also, an important thing about cats are spiritual beings, animals. Animals are meant to be in your life. Like, they're meant to give you love. Like, your dog, if you have a bird, a hamster, these animals are, like, part of your soul family. They're meant to be there, you know? Gary says, hi. Do you make... No, I'm just wearing my tracksuit today. I do not. Gary says, hi there. I live in Cornwall, England. Wow, England. That's cool. Where's Cornwall? Is that, I don't know the geography of England. Is that more so like countryside? Just says vampire, for real. Wow, your teeth, homeschooled. Yeah, homeschooling could be good and bad. You have to find a balance. I think that's the most important thing, because you do have to socialize your children. Yes, I am not AI. I'm not AI. The general says the current order is always a solution to a prior confusion, and the sudden brings about no confusion. I don't know what you mean by that. Ghost reunions. Mundo says, I love the color of your vampire nails. When I will have the opportunity to feel those. Oh my god. Kanika says, my cat is a gangster. Ooh, what makes your cat as a gangster? Honestly, my cats have 2 different personalities. Right now, I moved, and the girl is constantly throwing tantrums. She's like throwing the litter out a lot. She's not necessarily happy with the move. I did just order her a ginormous cat tree, and I'm giving this to her, and hopefully she'll stop with the tantrums. I got you a ginormous cat tree. So that's gonna be getting here. And then the boy is like very attached to me, like very like, you know, she's loving too, but the boy is like baby, like wants to be with me. And they're spiritual beings. They actually do. Cats they do protect you in the spirit realm. Like they do. Like though animals do too, but they're in this realm and the next, right? They kick out bad energies from your house, you know? They're your family. They are family. So are you a vampire? Are you personally no, it's good to socialization is important, Sir Sager. That's good. The Joe says, I'm pretty sure the ghost picks up thanks. You live in a small village? Ooh, where? That's the thing. I want to right now. I have this home. I don't have much land, but I would love to get more land and have like chickens and kind of grow, my own food a little bit. My parents do that. Like back home, they have a avocado tree. And they share with the neighbors. It makes you less dependent on these systems too. And it's healthier. You're the ones growing the food, if you swap a neighbor. Like, backyards should be used for farming. Like, why are we using backyards for farming? We would have way more food. And the food would be way cheaper, and we could just all trade. Like, the whole point of keeping a neat grass yard was like a royalty thing in England for, like, the rich. Like, as, like, no, like we should all, like, be able to grow our foods and share as communities. I get that the grass looks nice, but I think it would just make people less dependent on these systems and make life cheaper, because we're, you know what I mean. Okay, so Sarah Saker says cats definitely protect me from manifestation. That's true too. Cats like they didn't really domestic. They just chose us, really. They just started following, villagers and farmers, and they would just eat the rats when people were growing food and all that. Thank you, Frosty. I'm okay right now. I'll let you know if I need you. What happens if you immortal vampire? Gary says, got here late, Lafa. No, you're good, Juan. Welcome. Hey, your teeth. A friend found a land in Wyoming and it's freaking $32,000. Wow. There's still a lot of cheap land, like cheaper than that too. But it's like you could definitely find it, at least in the US. Men of course, Alejandro. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can talk to ghosts. So this is the general. He says, I'm pretty sure I can talk to ghosts better than my cats though, but sometimes I see a ghost. My cats also do, but usually they don't see it when I do. Interesting. Yeah, like the cats, when you see them like looking around, they shoo away bad energies from your home. And their cats are like children. Like right now, like the girl, because I moved, she's been throwing tantrums. But I've ordered her a ginormous cat tree, so hopefully she'll be happier. We hunt for food and do gardens, yes. Oh, thanks for the heart. Yeah, vampire. Justin says, hi. Hi, Justin. Like moose eat meat, elk, deer. Okay, Kanika says, ha ha ha. I bought cat tree, but he has to sit on my laptop so I can relate. They are spiritual. When my dad was unwell, he sensed and never left his side. Aww. Still, he recovers spiritual and lazy indeed. They're purring. Cats purr. Their purr is very healing to you. A lot of cats will group up and around one cat that is sick and purr around it, because it does help regenerate the cells. And it does the same thing to us. It's a healing frequency. That's funny. If you know, vampires call to curse. I said, I'm like, thanks for the sub, you guys. Also, if you guys like this type of content where we're all just talking, sharing as a community, make sure to like and subscribe, because I live often. We can keep growing this community. You're cooking dinner. Ooh, what are you cooking? A topic in the title. Yes, the topic was originally started talking about Sonia Choquette, because she teaches people to connect to their like intuitiveness, and kind of like the spiritual realm around them. She has a lot of books. I am still learning about her. I just thought it'd be cool to start reading her books because I've seen a lot of people say that they've really been able to grow their kind of like whatever you're focusing on, but like their psychic powers because of her books. Let's see. Juan Catalan says, in Japan, millennials are renting haunted houses, Beivas houses where people died are so cheap only young people will live there. Really? Interesting. I had told you guys my situation up with the home that I'm currently renting. I didn't know all that stuff had happened, but maybe that's why the rent was so cheap. They're called stigmatized properties. Interesting. Here, I don't know if they have to disclose to you that something horrific happened in the house. Like now I've learned, thank God I'm just renting, but now I've learned that I have to like do my research before I buy a house. At least in the US. Says hi, love Ever's Bite. That's funny. Creature for says vampire, thanks. Sir Saker, purrs relax me. Yeah, purrs are so healing. Sir Saker says, cooking cornbread crusted chili. It's Mexican. Ooh, I love cornbread. Cornbread is so good with a drop of blood. But no, I do love cornbread. I'm a cornbread fan. I could really get my teeth into this. I'm pretty sure that amnesia is a solution to the problem of mortality. Interesting. Hello, hi. Juan says, in Florida, they don't have to because landlords can do what they want here, but in other states, they do have to disclose it. Yeah, because, like, I think there's, like, a whole case around this house now, and I'm like, oh, God. So, but I'm just like, okay, it's a safe neighborhood for the most part. I'm just kind of like, okay, we'll see how it goes. My lease is 6 months, so we'll see if I'm gonna stay here or if I just renew. What's shoe size? He says, in India, spirituality and science run side by side. Interesting. We believe in spirits, achieving third eye, and also we know satellite needs to be sent to Mars to gather astro data. I love that. They're combining both, right? I've been wanting to get into a little bit more feng shui and just having like good energy in your house. So like when you decorate things that are good, like I follow like a guy on YouTube that talks about feng shui and I want to learn a little bit more about that. If you need help to clear it, I can use some point. Oh, I did a whole thing. My house, like the energy here is amazing now. It's like a very happy energy. But if you watch my last life, it was a whole thing. Like I had someone like, but thank you though. I did like make sure to clear it. Abish says, got a few scary stories you can share from Mauritius Island. Message me, I'll share you some. No, that's the whole point of these live. If you have a scary story to tell us, any weird encounters, let us know right now. Tell us about it. In my last ghost tour, I didn't really have anything too scary. The group was really nice. They were like so hungry too during the tour because because of Halloween, these ghost tours, like there's massive amounts of people booking, and so even though they usually have one tour guide, they called me and asked me if I could help. This lady, I don't think she was the happiest about it because she's losing on tips a little bit if I take half of her group. So I let her choose the people she wants to because it was her shift. So she chose the people she wanted to, and then I took whoever was left, which was like a group made up of like just like couples and whatnot that all knew each other. And because they all knew each other, they were so adamant on we're ghost hunting, but they needed pizza. So I was like, fine. It's not like I'm lagging anybody else because they all knew each other. So I'm like, okay, just grab the pizza. So they were ghost hunting with the pizza, which is kind of funny. They're like, we need our stomachs full. Justin says, hi, welcome. Dro says, ooh, feng shui is interesting. I rearranged my bed when I felt a difference. Yes, like having, for example, having a mirror on like across your bed is one of the worst things you can do energetically. Like my boyfriend's place, when we first when he first moved into where he lives now, the last tenant like left like a big mirror across his bed, and I stayed over, and it was horrible. Oh my God. And I was like, the next day, I literally took that mirror and I put it in the garage. And he's like, why? And I was like, I'm sorry that your third eye is not closed, but I sensed everything, okay? I need to get this out of here. And I got it out of there. My third eye is not fully open. I don't want to fully open it. I do want to be able to increase my intuition because of what happened today. Like I was really able to help that woman, and I want to help people. So that's why I'm looking into Sonia Choquette, because she does help you like open up your intuition. And I've seen really good reviews on her books. So Sir Saker says, I had a spiritual encounter, but it wasn't scary. It was more transformative. I love that. Tell us about it. Tell us about your transformative spiritual encounters. A lot of them are. There's a lot of people who, even the scary ones, there's a lot of people who maybe will get scared into realizing that this reality is not what they think that it is. And maybe they were meant to go through that to open up too, which is kind of ironic. Like you don't want to get scared, but at the same time it makes you realize, oh wow, it makes you research and go down the hole and open your abilities and all that. The general says, a scary time when I was 10, grandfather died, followed me around for 3 days. He was really scared to die, smoke all over the walls in my room. Oh, I'm sorry that I'm sorry it scared you, but at the same time, he was attached to you. Like, he was scared to pass away, your grandfather, and he followed you around for 3 days. He didn't want to die, he didn't want to leave this realm. And he was with you. He loved you, So even though it was scary, maybe his soul needed that to be with you a little bit. Thanks for hearts, you guys. Kanika says, I listened to Dakshini Kali chant cleanse negativity. We grow sages and holy herbs. Ooh, it's medicinal as well. Strangely, sound vibration and herbs are common overlap among many cultures. Yes, like the what you listen to, just like the cat's purr is healing those vibrations. It's like it really does cleanse the energy. Like that's why you have to be careful with music, because the music they play on the radio is like at a lower vibrational energy. I like music, but I'm not always listening to it, because you want your brain to be just like you eat healthy food. You want your ears to listen to good and loving things. That's why be careful with the news. They're trying to program things into you. They're giving you a vision, right? They're trying to cause chaos. You don't want that. You want to be careful what you watch. Be careful what you listen to. Sometimes I'll just go on YouTube, and there are people who make music that are high vibes, that are just like indie people. That maybe they're playing an instrument that's 432 hertz. Maybe, you know what I mean? You're supporting like an indie artist, and they're just spreading love and light, So Juanca says, ghost hunting with pizza. I need to get involved with that group. Blah, blah. Yeah, they were so adamant, like, we're going to stop for pizza. I was like, okay, as long as everyone's okay with it in the group, because if I have a massive group and they don't know each other, then I can't stop the whole group for pizza. But if they all knew each other, so they wanted to stop for pizza on the way, I was like, sure, as long as everyone's good with it, they want to ghost hunt with pizza, we'll do it. And we did. It was fun. Ola says, hi, beautiful. Hi. One says, yeah, a mirror across from the bed caused you to worry about things you worried about during the day. Yeah. Also, I think it's kind of like a portal too. Gary, hi Gary. John says, is those teeth? I don't know. Kanika says, mirror placement below bed or any reflective surface is believed to open dimension. That's what I was saying. That affects spirituality during REM cycle. I have known a few real haunting stories, but most scary is dreaming exams. Yeah, that's why, like, don't have a mirror across your bed is bad feng shui. She's Dracula, female Dracula. Andrew says, somebody please remove me from this curse that sell Christopher Woodard. I don't know who Christopher Woodard is. Let me look that up. Christopher Woodard. I have no idea. He's a professor in philosophy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're talking about, kind of. That is fascinating. Yes. The journal says, once I stayed over to my friend's house. His sister died 10 years prior. She had a portrait over a fireplace where I slept. She was in the picture. I talked with her. Wow. So the spirit, like, you tuned into her spirit because you were looking at her picture. And what did she say, the general? You said it was like enlightening, right? Sir Seeker says, a year ago, I was feeling super lonely, and I prayed to Jesus to make me happy. Instead of snapping his fingers and curing me, he taught me how to be content in all situations. I love that. I've had experiences with Holy Spirit, and it's just, like, very, like, peace. Like, it's peace, you know, and I love that. That's really nice. I could totally see that. Okay. So WVL Drill says, I love when they use sound to change the shape of water or sand or something. Yes, I actually listened to the whole book. I listened to it so fast. The Audible book, I have it here, the name, I want to get the correct name. The Hidden Messages in Water. And it's translated. The author is Japanese. He's a scientist in Japan. His name is Masaru Emoto. And he did research on how different sounds and vibrations and words alter the crystallization in water and how it can alter our body. That's why it is so important on what you listen to, because it does alter you. You are 70% water. And he has, like, a lot of, like, pictures of the crystallization before and after, saying negative things to water, not saying anything at all, and saying loving things, and then to plants too. It's so interesting. And the worst thing you can do to the water is, or to the plant, is to ignore it. Even bad things are better than ignoring it. They still died. But when you give love, affirmations to yourself, it's healing to yourself, to your, like, I wake up and I thank my body for being alive. Like, thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for being beautiful. Thank you for being here. Thank you, cells, for giving me amazing eyesight. Like, these things are alive and they can listen to you. And the Masaru Emoto, the scientist, he really does go into in-depth research. I recommend his book. Is translated in English, but it's in Japan. It's Japanese. Okay. So, a few messages here. Juan Catalan says, Lafa, I was joking. I'm a stranger, so I didn't actually think I would go to eat pizza with them, but I may just use this as an excuse one of these days. I thought, yeah, I mean, no, totally cool. Like, they wanted to stop to eat pizza while ghost hunting. Good for them, you know? I was like, that I was a little salty because I was like, they should have gotten me a slice. But they were nice, you know, whatever. Kevin G says hello. Jay says hi. Sir Saker says, I'm actually Christian and don't believe in ghosts or any spiritual things outside of angels, demons, and Trinity. Despite this, I greatly appreciate your insight in non-spiritual things. Aw, thanks. I love that. I'm conflicted on what I believe. I know I had an experience with the Holy Spirit. So when I pray to the Holy Spirit. But I know there's a lot of things in reality, and I think most things are good and love and light. And I think a lot of, like, very, like, culty religions make things like they say things to scare you and keep you trapped a little bit. But it just depends, because there's so many different religions. Some of them are really nice too. So there's so many, you know, branches and whatnot. So I just try to tune into spirituality on my own. I don't know. That's what kind of what I believe. I'm still kind of working on what I understand reality to be. I think you can tune into different energies. Like I drank tea the other day. It was like the Venus energy, the beauty energy, and you can tune into that too. But I'm still, the whole point of this is like we share different ideas. I don't know. I don't know what our reality consists of. And I'm just growing just like you guys, you know? Um, and trying to tune in. But I think most of things in this world, like I think God is love and light, and I think this is just a school where we learn and grow from it, and it can be a little chaotic, but at the same time, I think the essence of light is love, and I think most things are love. You know, whatever it is, and it's love. You know. So Boogeyman says, "You, I love your vampire teeth, beautiful." Aw, thanks. What's the vibe of this live? The vibe is just open community. We just share different ideas and things, and we're here for each other. You know, we don't have to agree on everything, and that's okay. And I feel like I'm growing as a person too. When I talk to you guys, we talk about conspiracy, spirituality, paranormal things, whatever you want, encounters. If you guys had weird encounters, you know, stories, you know. But it's just like that's the vibe, just open, cool community. If you like this type of content, make sure to like the video and subscribe because I do live a lot. The general says, in the desert of California, if you go out of your body at night, you can watch the shadow people. Ooh, I've seen the shadow people. That's not a thing. They are around the Joshua trees. They don't move or talk. That's so spooky. The Joshua trees, are those the ones that are ginormous in California? Let me look that up. Yeah. Oh, yes. That is so spooky. I wonder if it's like that's where they live. I think the interactions I've had with the shadow people have been more like lower vibrational. So that from my experience, haven't been. They're there if you're scared, right? Now I'm like I know that love and light, my house is protected, and I just beam love at anything, you know. And I also protect my home. But for me, I think they just kind of feed off of that scared energy. So they're attracted to people who are maybe not in the best mental state. That's my opinion. Let me see. Juan says, that's a funny video on the dodo. This girl said she asked God for a man, but she ended up with a cat instead. I have seen that. She was like, I asked God in the universe for a man, and he got me. I wasn't specific. So he did get me a man that is very, because her like affirmations were like, a man that's very attached and loving, always wants to be with me, blah, 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 blah. And she got that. But she got that in a cat. And the cat was like on her. Like very attached. Does not want to like leave her. I think I got something better. Which, you know what? She can ask again. But also have her cat. She has her love. Her little baby. Juan Catalan says, to quote Olaf in Frozen, water has memory. Yes. Water has memory. And that's another thing. Like now I'm like, because I read again, for the people who just got here, the hidden messages in water, how it holds a vibration, everything is vibrating. I'm starting to just like put positive energy in everything, like in my clothes. Maybe it's not like linen or whatever, because linen vibrates at a higher thing, but maybe you put that energy into it. Like, thank you for taking care of my body clothes. Like, I appreciate you, you know, love and light. Same thing with your food. Put like good intention in your food. It's so important. Like who cooks your food, right? This whole world is just a vibration, right? And energy. Everything is energy. Everything is vibrating. You're vibrating right now. You know what I mean? Sir Saker says, by the way, the rice experiment has been tested on a huge scale by lab in Austria, and they showed that worlds did not actually affect the rice. Interesting. I have not seen the rice experiment. I've just seen the water one where everything does affect it, but I should look into the rice one. Guy Fox says, you American? Yes, sirree. Juan says, there's a bunch of ghosts in the Bible. I will leave you an article I wrote from the blog about it. Interesting. Yeah, sure, do it. Kanika says, yeah, Juan, was proven in science and was waiting to be proven in fiction. interestingly, it's just a step behind getting validated. Yes, that's so true. Like, also, like, what I was saying, creativity helps create your world. This is so weird, but Star Trek, a lot of the things in Star Trek, like from the 80s, we have now. They thought it was like, oh, like like tablets, iPads, they kind of like, people would put this in fiction, but people use that to create the technology. That's why creativity is so important. Um, Sir Saker says, I don't think we'll ever truly know everything. I think in this body, no, but I think your soul does. And I think your soul's connected to the infinite knowledge. Yes, indeed. Jeff says, hi. Can you teach me how to change? Change into what? Oh, vampire. Vampire. The general says, most people consider that they are not a ghost. They get confused with the biological entity that runs the body. But when the body dies, they get confused and sort of fall asleep and wake up repeated. So, what I've learned from Eckhart Tolle, and he, like, I was going through, like, years ago, I had like this really, I was not in the best state of mind. I was not very happy, and I had a lot of like cycling thoughts and whatnot. And I started going down Eckhart Tolle's teachings, and he really, like, it cured me. Like, it really did. Like, it helped me dissociate my brain's thoughts with me. I am not my thoughts. I am just the soul perceiving it. I am just the entity perceiving it. Your brain is just what was created with your lived experiences, but it's just cycling. Like, that's why you have thoughts you don't agree in. Like, you question, like, why am I having these horrible thoughts? That's not you. That's your brain. Your brain just cycles through things because that's like the neural network that you created. And that's another thing I fell into. Like, I say affirmations and I kind of reprogram my brain that even though I now know that I am not my thoughts, I'm just the entity watching it. And you can really go into meditation and just watch the thoughts go through, and you realize, wait, I'm just the watcher of this. This is just the animal body, the animal brain that your soul inhabits. But you could also reprogram your brain through affirmations and practices like this to just have happier thoughts. And so I did that too. Even though I acknowledged that it's just a pattern, I created a happier pattern in my brain. So I wake up and I'm like, it's an amazing day. That's my first thought. I got this. Like, I'm beautiful. I got this. It's going to be great. Like, I am lucky, you know? So I just spread love and happiness, you know? So I reprogram my brain either way on top of that to automatically just cycle through positive thoughts. So if you combine those two practices, it really does free up your soul. Just acknowledging that you are not your thoughts and it's just a machine, and then also reprogramming your brain to have good thoughts, right? And meditation does help with that a lot too when you just become a watcher. Gary says, hi. Hara says, hi. Bill says, cars. Ricardo, okay. Trista Juan says, we are all ghosts inside a meat robot that is on a planet spinning super fast for invisible. Laugh aloud. This funny, invisible. Shane says, girl, that hair's giving though. Oh, thanks, Shane. You're sweet. A little fire moment. Oh my god, catch me. That's weird. Exactly. Yes. Gary says, have you ever seen a UFO? That's a good question. I don't know if I've seen a UFO. Not to the extent where I'm like, that's a UFO, like 100%, you know? I've seen things where I'm like, what is that? But not like, it could have been an airplane and I'm just not identifying it well. I've never seen one where I'm just like, that, like with my eyes, not like my spiritual or third eye. Like physically just standing there and being like, UFO spaceship. I've never experienced that. Have you? I know in like Las Vegas, there's like this whole family in their backyard. They're like, there was like a gray, like they're freaking out. The cops saw it too. Like in the physical realm. That is kind of intriguing. Also, the Miami like mall situation with all the people who saw that stuff. Have you guys had or seen a UFO or had like an encounter experience in the physical realm? Let me know in the comments below. I'm so intrigued. Uh, Juan says rock on, Jen. I love that. Oh, what's the stud's cat's name? Oh, I have Simba and Maya. Cashier says always wanted to get. Okay, no. What's the origin of vampire canine teeth? Ooh, I don't know. Hedger says you're wonderfully created by the creator of the whole universe. Oh, I love that. Just hide my vampire. Juan's funny belly thing. Those teeth. Sup, girl? Sup? Star Trek predicted it all. Yeah. The Simpsons also. But also, Star Trek was really cool because they had a lot of creativity, and people used that to create technology. Where the Simpsons, I feel like they're using that to create realities, right? They have to tell us what they want to create. It's just a form of magic. That's what I'm saying. You guys are powerful. Like, create your own reality. Don't let anybody else program you. Okay, so, Gonzalez, I love you. Love your valuable information. Thanks. That's the whole point of this channel. We just spread love and light, and we share like ideas and concepts about our reality and experiences. Why not? It says, oh, I'm not a vegan. Let's see. Drew says, ooh, Eckhart Tolle's a very wise man. Yes, definitely, especially if you guys, because at that time when I was going through his teachings, I was struggling a lot with my mental health. If you guys are, definitely look into Eckhart Tolle. He has helped me a lot. He's healed me. My mind is so happy, and my perception in life has opened. I'm just full of love and light, and I just want to spread that to you guys too. Yes, have you read Dracula? No, actually, I should read Dracula. Seen the movie though. To Aura Farm. I guess is that when you like go somewhere and you just feeling yourself and you're just like love and light and people send you energy and you're like, yeah. I also like to send love to people. I'll do that too. Like today with that girl that I told you about, that one was more like we talked, and I like held her hand. I sent her some love, but like sometimes in the street, just like go around and wish people the best. Like you see someone, you're like, I hope that guy has the luckiest day ever. Or like the smallest interaction, like a cashier, just be like, you're amazing, you got this. Or having it like send them love and like let's make this world a better place. Will the sunlight burn you? Woo! I'm not a sunny person, I'll tell you that. But Jekyll, I never imagined the following would have today. Yeah, it's true. The journal says, I was cleaning windows for a very old lady. I moved some pictures to get to a window. Her husband's ghost attacked me. Oh my God. An electrical shot me behind the ears. He told me he was waiting for his wife. Aww, that's sweet. He sounds a little territorial though. Because you're a guy, But that is kind of sweet. He's waiting for you. Did you tell her? Which one of your thoughts is behind you, Gordon? Am I that I am? That's all that I am. You are the soul that perceives your reality, right? We're just using this body to perceive the reality. What state are you in? Ooh, I'm in Florida. Kanika says, my maternal uncle gold medalist in physics and master in metaphysics or para. He explained each entity live in separate dimensions as it overlaps at some weak points or high negative spaces. Interesting. Yeah, I do believe our realm. There's just like so many realms. When I had that experience, like astral projecting, I had a few experiences like 2020, 2021. I realized there's just so many parallel realms, so many realms going on everywhere, Time is not linear. Everything's happening at once. You can tune into whatever. Just tune into the highest vibe of you. You guys can do anything you want. You got this. I would guess West Coast. How do you believe the universe and life began? I don't know. I feel like we've always been here, Time is... It's weird. It's weird as humans to perceive infiniteness, okay? Infinity. Because in this experience, things will be born and then die, right? So in this body, you are taught that there's a beginning and there's an end, right? But that's just this reality that you're taught into. Our soul knows that everything is infinite and you've always been here. But it's such a bizarre concept for a human brain to wrap around it, because in this lived experience, you always have a beginning and an end. But really, everything is infinite, which gives me comfort too. Okay, so Derek says, hello, Bunny. Hello. Lisa says, Mexico. Donald says, very, very, very gorgeous. Aw, thanks. Are you a vampire? Ooh, I don't know. Matt Leo says, hello, dude. Hello. Okay, Sir Saker says, I once saw a satellite during the day. So remember, we're talking about UFOs. The sun hit it just right to make it appear like another small sun in the sky. Ooh, that is pretty cool. I've seen the so I went with a group to like Universal, and they had the what is it, like SpaceX's satellite? Is it SpaceX or the other thing? The it's not SpaceX. What is it called? The internet thing from Elon. What is it? Starlinks. So the Starlink satellite went right over Universal during the nighttime, and it kind of freaked everybody out in Universal. The whole park turned, and we were all pointing at it like, "What is that?" And it was like a weird UFO experience. But then everyone's like, people started realizing it was Starlink. But it was funny because initially we all, like, collectively, we don't know each other. Like, I knew the people in my group, but all the people collectively just turned around. We're like, oh, we're all like, and it was so cool being in this collective of like awe, and also like what is going on. It was such a fun experience. We're like, whoa, just like this collective whoa energy. Like, I'm thinking of whoa Vicky, but like whoa energy was fun. And then we were like, oh, it's Starlink, but it was fun. So Thomas Mars says, me encanta tu dientes y tu voz, saludos de Chile, saludos. The journal says, once I was in my house in Hollywood looking out over the city with my roommate. We saw a metal sphere floating for a few minutes. Then I saw it move and it flew away 5 miles in less than 1 second. You know what? I have heard that in California, the amount of abductees, people claiming that they've been abducted, people seeing UFOs, people seeing people that have no face, like just no face, like they're just walking around with no facial features, is extremely high. Like, there's so many UFO encounters in California. There's something weird happening in energetically in general in that state, I believe so, but also like with the UFO stuff. Griffith Studio says, hi. Yoel says, how are you? I'm doing great. You vampire. Pop Trika says, why don't skunks and rabbits have intellect? I believe they do. They just have a different kind of intellect that we're just not so attuned to. Just like ants. Ants are super intelligent. They create all these systems and things, and they communicate in ways that we're just not attuned to. We could be the ants of some other creature that we're not perceiving. They don't perceive us, just like maybe we're not perceiving other things around our reality. Sursaker says, I can feel your love from here. Yes, sending love and light to all of you guys. Gavin says, hello. Jeremy Williams says, really, I like the vampire teeth. You are vampire werewolf. Love your vampire shape-shifting werewolf. Cool. It's funny, in my pizza group, the group where they were ghost hunting and eating pizza, they kept bringing up shapeshifters. I don't know much about the shape-shifting lore, but they were so in tune with that, and they kept bringing that up, so maybe I should look into that. Jeremy says hi. Gavin says hello. Juan Catalan says, I am a master in being edge lord and aura farming. Bound to my weirdness. I don't know what edge lord is, but aura farming, that's funny. So you just go and just take in all the love and light. Let's see. Soa says hi. Advent says, there are 7 billion souls on this earth, but you're the most gorgeous one. The most good one. You're so sweet. Everyone's good and love. We're all love and light. I think people go through stuff, but at the end of the day, we all have that spark in our soul. There says, when I meditate at night, when sleeping, I often see the Buddhist ghost while they pray. Oh, interesting. The Buddhist monks pray all day to help the ghosts that are lost. I love that. That's so sweet. Many of them are not even on earth. Aw, I love that. They're just like helping others. Yeah, they are. They're very in tune with their spirituality, the Buddhist people. No, I'm not. Jeremy says, how many skinwalker worships are of my grandparents were Native Americans? I've heard a lot of that has to do with Native American lore. Yes, which is interesting. Here. I have a partner. Jeremy, I have a boyfriend. Kanika says, I have no spirit encountered, but heard tales from people. Ooh, let's hear this tale from Kanika. Dad in his teens had a friend that was eating watermelon in the graveyard. In a graveyard? He was just hanging out in the graveyard? Hindu and carrot body never reverse shamas. Don't ask, but why? Don't ask why, but he was stealing and harvesting melons late hours. And spooky thing is that they kept passing melon to a third person, stealing and eating, leaving the third person vanished, having his fill. Oh, so they were like stealing melons in this area, and they were passing it around, and the person just vanished. Encounters still make my dad laugh and cry at the same time. Kind of ghost assistance and stealing and dining in one word. So the ghost helped your dad steal watermelons? Spirit vanished after the meal. I mean, that's interesting. I have a boyfriend. What happened to your teeth? I don't know. Jeremy says, I lived in North Carolina now, but I used to live in Utah, and there were my family were dead underground, but we were all werewolves. Interesting. Do you have ghost stories? Ooh, I've had so many because I give ghost tours. And just says hi. I played Little Red Riding Hood. I'm doing great. Florida. Okay, the general says, under the Hollywood sign at night. Ooh, interesting. Under the Hollywood sign at night, if you go out of your body, there's a line of people who are ghosts. They believe they're waiting in line for the show. Laugh loud, not joking. Oh, that's kind of sad. I hope they figure it out. So you astral project there. Interesting. Jerry says, Lucia werewolf Jamaican body. I got a lot of personal paranormal experiences too. Ooh, share. Byron. Interesting. I'm kind of hungry right now, actually. So I think I'm going to end the live because I actually have to wake up pretty early. But I will see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, Byron, I'm going to live more. Make sure to subscribe. Share it in my next live because I am interested in hearing. Thank you. Bye.